All right, good morning, cyber traders, and happy Monday on what's going to be a very, very busy week. It's the last week of the month. It is Halloween week. It is big high tech earnings week. We got the Fed meeting, but we're going to see if we're going to get a interest rate cut. So we got phase three going on this week. It is a fun week. So good to see you. Yep, big week, Brian, for earnings. So anyway, welcome back, everyone. Hopefully, everybody had a good weekend and it's ready to finish out the month. We're getting a couple of really nice pops in the market. The U.S. government is still closed. Just made a big threat. I hate to use the word threat, but President Trump obviously said he wanted to raise the rates on Canada. Unfortunately, my friends, Canadian friends, I can't, like I said, he wants 10%. But the thing was, I'm not seeing it affecting the stock market. Okay. But we are getting a lot of greens. We got a lot of news that's coming out. So I think it's going to be a really, really fun week. You could see in my watch list right there, all our swing trades are doing great. I did bring up on Friday last week about the AMD trade. I just want to touch upon that a little bit. This stock on site, I was talking a lot about it. I was very skeptical buying it. And remember, we do swing trade here at Cybertrade University, okay? It's not about the day trades. It's all about day trades, turn to swing trades, turn to options trades. But this one right here was building a beautiful Fausto flag. And, and you could see the stock just made a nice pop after 240. I got in right around the 233, I think. I was watching it. We saw this big pop up over here. And then you can see it started hovering right there. And now the stock is making a big move. So that one has just been a new feather in the cap of a new stock. I mean, listen, we own the Tesla trades. Thank God hasn't gone anywhere. It is holding here pretty strong. The NVIDIA is doing pretty well. That stock is getting close to the all-time highs. We know where the big orders are. But there are some other ones that are moving to. Open, too, is another one we did jump in on Friday. That stock went up pretty nicely again, making a nice little comeback. There was just a bunch of stocks. EGG, EGG. Oops, wrong one. Egghead, eggs. That was what was it? Egg was it not eggs? What was I saying? Which one was the right one? I spelt it wrong. What it was? What one was it? It was EGGG. I'm sorry, I spelt it. It was NEGG. There you go. Sorry about that. Thanks, Samuel. That one was a pretty good one on Friday, too. What a great move on it. There were a lot of stocks that traded on Friday, shockingly. Even all the nuclear stocks did really well, too, and they're still looking pretty strong. OKLO made a pretty nice pop right there after being down almost about, I guess, what was that? Almost 50% from its highs. SMR made a nice little move. Nine made a nice little move. They all made really nice moves on Friday. And we had a couple of, non-name brand small cap stocks that did pretty well. I want to throw those in there too. We had the WGRX. That one was a really big pop. Obviously, it's going down, but that was good in the morning. LAZR was really nice too. Another nice little small cap, $1.70 to about $2.30. That one did pretty well. What else we had? CRFR. That was another one that did. And that one's still moving up pretty good. I'm going to throw it back on the watch list right here. The CIFR. Nice little pop on that one too. DEC is also another one we had that moved up pretty nicely over the course of the day after getting crushed. Okay. That one got hammered. So a lot of stocks. What else? Samuel says the DVLT. Yeah, that one, we're going to throw that back on the watch list too. That one was also a really nice small cap. DVLT. So, listen, I told a lot of you here when we got started, still like the LAS, the LAES, Brian is saying in the trading floor. We'll bring that one up too. Hold on. Yeah, that one looks pretty good too. That one I'm going to throw back on the watch list too. LAES. There was a lot of them out there. So anyway, I told you September, October, November are the best months. And like the first week, 2 weeks of December are pretty good. They're the best months of the year. And a lot of you who started early could see that. If you're just coming in right now, it's never too late to learn. All right, guys. So anyway, last week, I know we're in full throttle this week. We did the on-site class last week. It was a great, great success. The recordings will be up this week, so you guys can start watching them. We had some great examples, especially on Thursday. So if you got the webcast, if you came to on-site, by the way, from me and the staff, just want to thank you guys for being here. We are taking orders, ready to see if we're going to do it in the spring and the fall again one more time. So look out for those agreements that are coming out of those questionnaires if you guys want to come out. All right, guys. So let's go through the watch list. There are a lot of good stocks that are moving. I want to bring up the BKYI. That one right now so far this morning has been the nicest one so far, I think, as a very inexpensive stock. I'm going to bring up level 4 right here. We had a nice little, you can see somebody keeps bidding it up right here. There's 141,000 shares. If you look at the current order book right there, he keeps bidding it up right there. He's doing some flashes. Really, really, really nice move right there on that stock. He keeps popping his head out there. So put this on your watch list. That could be a very good sign. Going to the open, maybe somebody's out there has got a big order, doesn't want to make it look so obvious, but 150 million shares already trading pre-market. Not bad, okay? Not bad at all. Number 2 on the list, this is a buyout. So we're going to scratch this out right away. CLIK looks like it was a big mover. She's starting to go back down again. Pretty volatile stock, ugly spread. I'm going to pass on it for now. Maybe I'll come back when the market opens up, but it's Monday. I don't want to get too cocky. It's going to be a really, really busy week, okay, especially with all the earnings that are coming out. We did post that up here. Let me bring it up again for some of you here that are watching on social media. Here's that link right there. Just want to kind of address that so everybody can see it. So you could see that we got after the close, usually on Mondays, you don't get a lot. Nothing here we really watch too much, but Tuesday, UPS in the morning, JetBlue, that will affect a lot of the airlines, Royal Caribbean, that will affect a lot of the cruise ships that are out there. You might see Carnival, you might see Norwegian, Visa after hours, but the real good ones come around Wednesday. That's really the big ones. Metastock, Microsoft, Adobe, Google. Those are going to be Carvana. Those are really, really going to be good. Starbucks, and not that much. SA, maybe a little bit. Boeing, that's a big one right there for the military stocks right there. And then Thursday, we got Eli Lilly. We've been trading that a lot, making a big comeback. Reddit, Coinbase, Apple, Amazon, all Thursday. These are all the big ones on those days. It's going to be a really, really fun event. And let me just move this back and go back up here. And let's still go through the watch list right here. So what else we got going on here? This one, I'll put this on the B list. TGL, it's cheap, inexpensive. Nice little move right there. This is a buyout, a weekend buyout. Pass on that one. This one, no good trend out there. Wow, 35%. This one looks pretty good. ASST. I did call that out earlier in the morning hours. We're getting a nice little ladder effect on this stock right here. A lot of buyers between $1.10, $1.30. It's holding pretty strong at that price. A lot of volume, over 220 million. It's the most active stock next to BKYI. All right, so love that. This one's backing off after making a big run. This one just came out of nowhere. This one's just popping right now as we speak. KITT. If this was opened right now during the market hours, it probably would have got halted. Let's go check out the orders, see what's going on with this little beauty. Wow, this stock was really expensive at one point. Yeah, program trading kicked in right here at 9 a.m., but we did cover that very exclusively at on-site. We talked about how that works. So, and by the way, everyone got their mouse pad too, right? Make sure you follow the mouse pad. Cyber clock. Nice little move right there. Nice little move. Definitely going on the watch list. I don't know if anyone here got a little bit of it, but Todd said he bought ASST on Friday. There you go, Todd. That was a really nice, that was a nice little call right there. A nice little push. Yeah, that was a nice little run up going into the afters. But, and all stock took a very, very big hit on that ASST. That stock looks like it filled in the gap. Anyway, let's go through a couple more stocks out here that will look like we got, that's moving. These are all garbage. No pre-market volume. When they're very spotty, as usually when we see that, we kind of stay away from it. KITT is still pushing. We're at 390 already. Looks at damn, that thing's volatile. Somebody keeps bidding it up like crazy. Losers. Let's see what we got here on the losers list. Nothing really stands out. Didn't really like anything out there. 36%. GNTA is still backing off. None of these stocks are really moving. New York Stock Exchange, I didn't see anything there also. As usual, New York doesn't really trade like the NASDAQ. Sometimes we get lucky and we'll find something, but I mean, there are some stocks of 30% on a Monday. That's a lot, but they're very, very spotty. Remember, there's no real, usually don't get a lot of action on New York stocks. Ethereum, these stocks are moving up. Losers, OGN, ETH, we traded this stock before. Yeah, nothing really there. All right, so we have some of the brand name stocks too. We're going to keep on the watch list. You know, obviously, see what happens with them when what's going to go on. But earnings is going to be really, 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 really fun this week. Really, really fun. All right, traders. Anything on that pull out? KITT. There's the news on the stock. Secured a $25,250,000 equity facility. Okay, that's the news on it. Deep Sea, there it is. Pretty good. All right. Genevieve, you got home safe? Good to see you, Genevieve. Who's here at the on-site, sitting in the front row, asking great questions. BURU, I mean, it's a penny stock. You know how we feel about that, Genevieve. You know what I mean? It is moving up pretty good, but remember, the spreads get pretty ugly. But if you know something, if you like it, trade it. All right. Anything else? All right, we got the market opening up about 15 minutes. If you're watching on social media, we will be, you could always come and join our trading floor. We're going to be here live all day long. Just take your phone, scan that QR code that I just posted. All right. If you're watching this as recording, whatever, just feel free to jump in there whenever you want. Cyber traders, let's get ready for the market. Go take a quick break. And I don't know if you want to fill up I know we had a lot of people came on site. Maybe you got your nice little Cyber Trade University coffee mug. Fill that bad boy up. And we'll get ready. Brian says, look at the RCAT. We'll check out the RCAT really quick before we go. You found something? Like we always say, you see something, say something. So if RCAT's moving, looks like Jobby might be moving. You got Jobby too over here. Yeah, they're moving. They're running slow though, right, Brian? Not really a big fan of them yet. But we'll definitely keep an eye on the drone stocks. All right, guys, let's get ready for the market to open up. I'm going to jump off the mic. Don't go anywhere. Me, Josh, and Rich will be right back, all right? Oh, and one last thing I forgot to mention. Traders Talk today is being moved to Wednesday, all right? So just give everyone a heads up on that. By the way, we're getting a big pop on Little Kitty. There we go, KITT. Somebody keeps bidding it up. So hopefully some of you guys jumped on that bandwagon right there. That obviously is some great news. Robotics. Love the word. All right, see you in a little bit.